Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Toori. In today's lesson, we will discuss the evolution of democracy from ancient Greece to modern times. How did ordinary citizens start to shape their own governments? Today, we will take the fascinating journey of time and through time from the shining city states of ancient Greece to the complex democracies of our modern world. So stay with me as I explore how democracy evolved, survived, and transformed societies across centuries. The birthplace of democracy in ancient Greece. Our story begins more than 2500 years ago in ancient Greece, especially in the city of Athens. The word democracy comes from two Greek words, demos, meaning people, and kratos, meaning for or rule. So, democracy literally means rule by the people. In Athens, citizens gathered to make laws, debate issues, and vote on decisions. This was called direct democracy because people directly took part in the government. However, it was not perfect. Only free men who owned land were allowed to vote. Women, slaves, and foreigners were excluded. Still, the system was revolutionary for its time. It introduced the idea that people could govern themselves without kings or tyrants. The Roman Republic, a step toward representation. After Greece, the idea of shared power spread to ancient Rome. The Roman Republic, founded around 509 BCE, developed a more organized system. Instead of every citizen voting in all issues, Romans elected representatives known as senators to make decisions on their behalf. This was an early form of representative democracy. Romans created laws, checks, and balances between different branches of government. But over time, power became concentrated in the lands of emperors and democracy faded. Even so, the Roman Republic left behind a legacy, the idea that citizens should have a voice in government. The Dark Ages, the fall of democratic ideals. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Europe entered a period known as the Dark Ages. During that time, kings, nobles, and the church held all the power. Ordinary people had no say in how they were ruled. Feudalism dominated society where peasants worked for lands in exchange for protection. The idea of democracy nearly disappeared, but it survived in small local councils and village meetings. Even though it was a time of monarchy and control, the desire of freedom and fairness still lived in people's hearts. The Magna Carta, the seed of modern freedom. In 1215, something remarkable happened in England. King John was forced by his nobles to sign a document called the Magna Carta. This historic document limited the power of the king and gave certain rights to the people. It said that even the ruler must obey the law. a major step toward constitutional government. The Magna Carta became a symbol of liberty and inspired many later democratic movements. It taught the world that power should be shared and the leaders must respect citizens' rights. The Renaissance and Enlightenment, the age of ideas. Between the 14th and 18th centuries, Europe experienced major changes. The Renaissance brought new thinking, art, and choice. Later, the Enlightenment encouraged people to question authority and think logically about government and society. Philosophers like John Locke, Jean Jacques Rousseau, and Montesquieu introduced powerful ideas that people are born with natural rights, that governments should protect those rights, and that power should be divided to avoid tyranny. These ideas became the foundations of modern democracy. The American Revolution, democracy reborn. In the 18th century, the American Revolution gave birth to one of the first modern democracies. The American colonies fought against British rule to gain independence. In 1776, they declared that all men are created equal and that governments get their power from the consent of the governed. The United States Constitution, written in 1787, established a democratic republic with elected representatives, a president, and a Supreme Court. It introduced principles like freedom of speech, religious liberty, and equal rights under law. The American model inspired other nations to fight for democracy too. The French Revolution, liberty, equality, fraternity. Soon after the French Revolution began in 1789, the French people rose against the monarchy, demanding liberty, equality, and fraternity. They wanted to end centuries of inequality and privilege. Although the revolution was violent and chaotic, it deeply influenced Europe and the rest of the world. It showed that people could overthrow kings and demand democratic rights. The ideals of freedom and equality began to spread like wildfire. The 19th century expansion of democracy. In the 19th century, democracy started to grow stronger. Countries like Britain, Canada, and Australia began allowing more people to vote. The Industrial Revolution changed society, cities grew, education spread, and workers demanded better rights. Movements for women's suffrage also began. Women fought bravely for the right to vote. And by the early 20th century, many nations finally recognized their voices. This was a huge step toward true equality in democracy. The 20th century, democracy under threat and Trump. The 20th century saw both progress and danger of democracy. Two world wars changed freedom as dictators like Hitler and Mussolini rose to power. However, after World War II, the world came together to rebuild democratic values. The United Nations was formed to promote peace, justice, and human rights. Countries in Europe, Asia, and Africa gained independence and adopted democratic constitutions. The fight against Colonialism, racism, and inequality brought democracy to new regions. In the late 20th century, the fall of the Berlin Wall marked another victory for freedom as many countries in Eastern Europe turned to democracy. The modern world challenges and the future of democracy. Today, democracy exists in many forms across the world. Some countries have strong democracies where citizens freely vote and speak. Others are still struggling with corruption, inequality, and limited rights. Modern democracies rely not only on elections but also on transparency, rule of law, and respect of human rights. Technology and social media now play big roles in shaping public opinions. However, they also bring new challenges: misinformation, political division, and lack of privacy. The future of democracy depends on us, the people. By staying informed, speaking up, and respecting others' voices, we can protect and values our ancestors fought for. And that's the incredible story of democracy, a journey from the city states of ancient Greece to the global societies of today. It has focused wars and faced many wars, revolutions, and countless struggles, but it continues to evolve. Democracy is not just a system of government, it's a living idea built on equality, justice, and the power of people. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational videos and documentaries. Together, let's keep learning, questioning, and celebrating the power of knowledge. Thank you very much. Bye bye.